I've been part of the mountain rescue team for 15 years. Most people see the adventure and heroism, but there's another side, one that's hard to explain. Not every rescue is successful. There are things I've seen that I wouldn't wish on anyone. You go out in the dead of night doing everything you can, but it doesn't always work out. Those moments stay with you. I remember my first fatality. A climber fell too far, too fast. We got there, but it was too late. His face is burned into my memory. After that, every rescue felt different. There was always a thought creeping in. What if this one doesn't make it either? But I kept going because that's what you do. You push through because people depend on you. But the weight of it, the weight of those we couldn't save, it builds up. I didn't see it coming at first. I wasn't myself anymore, short-tempered, restless. I couldn't sleep, and when I did, I kept replaying those failed rescues in my mind. I blamed myself, even though I knew it wasn't my fault. Over time, I withdrew. I didn't want to see anyone, not my family, not my friends. I was just going through the motions. That's when the darker thoughts crept in. It wasn't sudden, it came slowly. At first, it was things like, what's the point? But then it got darker. Maybe the world would be better without me. It's terrifying when those thoughts start because they're hard to stop. One night, a colleague noticed something was off. After a training session, he asked if I was okay. I said I was fine, like always, but he didn't let it go. He asked again, no, really, are you okay? That question broke through the wall I'd built around myself. I started talking about the sleepless nights, the guilt, the thoughts I couldn't shake. I hadn't realised how badly I needed to talk until I started, and he just listened. Then he asked me the hardest question. Are you thinking about hurting yourself? For the first time, I had to face the truth. I told him everything. He didn't panic. He didn't judge. He just said, we're going to get through this. You're not alone. That night, he stayed with me. Just knowing someone cared, it made all the difference. The next day, he helped me reach out for professional help. Admitting I needed help wasn't easy. I'm used to being the one who rescues others. But asking for help doesn't make you weak. It takes strength to admit when you're struggling. That was the beginning of my recovery. It's been some time since that night, and I'm in a better place now. I still have bad days, but I've learned how to manage them. I've come to accept that I can't save everyone, but I can save myself, and that's what matters. I've also learned to talk about it, to share my struggles with family, friends, and my team. We've all seen so much out there. We forget sometimes that we need support too. Looking back, I realise how close I came to losing everything. If my colleague hadn't asked that question, I don't know where I'd be, but I'm here, and that's what counts.